So I'm over here going, I don't believe anything, and these mothers are telling me these things, and these fathers and these children and these addicts who are saying, I hate you, I don't even want to drink, I don't want to join. What the heck? We know it works, and because of Dr. Mingjong Huang, we know why it works. This device stimulates a pulse of energy, 1/1,000,000th of a cell phone. 50 microvolts, 3/1,000,000,000ths of a watt, 1/100th of a AA battery for 1/100th of a second. That's how tiny the pulse is. You don't even feel a pulse. You don't feel anything. You feel better. Do I promise anything? No. But man, after what I've seen, and after with these people, there's like almost 40 videos of people on here with my little rinky-dink phone going, what happened? How'd you feel? Why'd you come here? What would you tell someone who was on the fence? And every one of these people said, man, if you don't run and get this thing, I don't know what to tell you. So what Dr. Mingjong Huang did to be able to get this double-blind study, he went to Stuart Hoffman, who was the head of this study, this VA merit study, where money is being pulled from everything, and there's no money for anything. And he put this study in the #1 position because he proved the mechanism of action to Stuart Hoffman. He proved that this device stimulates, you know what brainwaves are? Electrical activity in the head. When we talk, little teeny lesson in brainwaves. Right now, thinking, talking, we're talking in alpha beta. When we're doing math, high beta. When we're meditating, theta. When we sleep, if we sleep well, delta. Guess what happens when we sleep? We detoxify the brain from metabolites, metabolic waste of alpha and beta amyloids. But guess what? We are so stressed out. We are not sleeping. And when we don't sleep, we don't detoxify the brain. And when we don't detoxify the brain, what happens? Of alpha and beta amyloids. Where do you think dementia and Alzheimer's comes from? What's dementia and Alzheimer's? The inability to get into delta, to sleep, to detoxify from alpha and beta amyloid metabolites. What does this do? Stimulates delta, supports more delta. We used to think delta was bad. Whoa, this guy Greg got blown up. He's got a lot of delta over here. It's not bad. That's the brain trying to fix itself. This stimulates more delta to help the brain fix itself. This isn't healing people. This is helping you heal you. This is fixing something that's missing. You know, we need healthy food, and the body heals itself. We need sleep. We need exercise. The body heals itself. What's happening? Our central nervous system is regulating. The parasympathetic, calming part of our neuro system elevates, increasing GABA, serotonin, endorphins, dopamine, and immediately starts calming down fight or flight. And the homocysteine, cortisol, adrenaline, neuroepinephrine start going south. What happens? Auto neuroregulation. That's what happens. We don't think it happens. We know it happens. Why am I excited about this? Because it's going to help all ships rise. It is going to help every neuro. I don't care about ISIS. I care that people are out there suffering. We need to be like an army of people in our world. I want this in every country. I want this in Iran. I want this in Iraq. I want this in Israel. I want this in all over Africa. This needs to be everywhere. This needs to help all of our brothers and sisters. We are all one family. We got to help each other. And you know what? This is not the be-all, end-all. But this is one heck of a spoke on the wheel. That's what I know. And some courageous people like Dr. Olusimbo Babato in your community have the courage to bring this here at a time when people are still going, neurofeedback, are you kidding me? I don't think so. It works. It works. This is evidence that it works. The federal government would not be investing in something unless it worked. Ahead of everything else, the number one study to be funded. So you know a little bit about why it works? Because it's stimulating the delta, which is helping you sleep better, to detoxify the stuck metabolites, stuff that needs to be released from your brain to help you to heal. Any questions? Yes?
Is it a lifelong treatment?
No, it is not. For people that have traumatic brain injury, post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, 10 to 20, you're good to go.
And is there any side effects?
None. The only thing that can happen in some a little bit is maybe a little bit of overstim. Maybe it's a little bit more energy than your brain and nervous system was ready for. So there might be a little tired, wired, spacey, maybe an exacerbation, an intensification of a symptom for a minute, an hour. There is none. Now when I turn on the TV, may cause suicidal ideation. Hey, I'll take some of that. You know what? I'll take some of this. I'll take something that's non-pharma, and I have nothing against pharma. There are a lot of things we need pharma for. Thank God that we have, all of the anti-psychotic, anti-anxiety, antidepressive medication to keep people alive until, guess what? They can be more sensitive to the meds and, God willing, titrate down on the meds and have this help them. But right now, man, if you need a med, you take the med. I have people come to me and go, I feel so much better. Can I go? Whoa, go talk to your doctor. I'm not your doctor. I'm not going to tell you what you need to have a discussion about with your doctor. But to answer, to take your question a little bit further, you saw Connor and Laura, and she talked about we want to keep a good thing going. That boy never looked his father in the eye. He could not talk without stuttering every single word. He speaks absolute, complete sentences. His father came to me with tears coming down after the second session. My son looked me in the eye. He's never looked me in the eye. We have done 3 years of sessions. And I keep saying, Laura, are you sure you want to keep? He loves you. He loves this. Please don't stop doing this. But he keeps getting better. The caregiver from Canada, where they come from, in Winnipeg, are like, I can't believe, he's like totally interactive. This changes the game. This is a total game changer for autism spectrum families and children. Absolutely. This is a game changer for addiction. This is a game changer for anxiety, depression. If you have headache, migraine, wow. I had a military dude bring his wife, 20 years of migraine. The last 5 years, every single day. First session, my migraine's gone. We did 4 sessions. She has no more migraine. I mean, I'm just telling you what people have experienced and what they've said to me. Cognitive dysfunction, longer-term care. Longer term for sure. Situational, something happened yesterday, not as long-term. It can be 5, 10, 15 sessions. I know you had a question at the same time with that nice lady.
I'm sorry, I'm
No, please. No, please.
My question is, okay, how do you know which parts of my brain are not effectively working?
Don't know. That's not our job. This is not a diagnostic tool. This is a treatment tool.
No, I know it's
Your
not
brain and nervous system know on their own.
But the neurons will just, your synapses will just connect better, or how does this exactly perform?
By stimulating delta, the delta goes into the brain, and it does what it needs to do, and we don't need to figure that out. That's not our job at all. We don't need to do that.
But I'm
All these people, let me just respond in one other way, I'm sorry. There are these places called Amen clinics throughout the country that Daniel Amen started. And they do a really beautiful fancy picture called a SPECT scan. I have probably seen 50 people who have come to me from the Amen clinic with a beautiful, and it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, SPECT scan, and a big bag of drugs. I go, how are you doing? Worse. Sorry to hear that. We do neuro, they feel better. We decided a long time ago, we're not going to try to be everything to everybody. We don't do brain mapping. We don't do pictures. We do treatments, and the treatments help people feel better. But we don't have to figure any of that out. The technology figures out what we don't have to figure out. The proof is in the pudding. All these people that are saying what happened to them, we never had to figure out anything. What we figure out in our guidelines of care is which of our protocols, that are preset protocols, based on how many problem areas or measures of reactivity a person has. Based on that, we choose a gentle protocol versus a more aggressive protocol. And the rest is internal in the system, and it does the job all by itself. We don't have to make those decisions. We just have to know which protocol, how many site pairs on the head, and how many times do we turn on that machine and expose exposures to feedback that person in their brain. The system does the rest of the work for us.